Okay, you know, a lobby, bump California love on.
What's up, YouTube? And thank you for watching This Be Trucking. My name is 40 Shades,
Hey, aka
the Night Rider.
the Night Rider, and it's your brother Disby. We just wanted to do a series of videos for the new riders or drivers, riders that's looking to come into the industry as over-the-road truck drivers.
Right.
So this doesn't necessarily apply to if you're getting into this and you're trying to be a local driver.
Right.
But as an over-the-road driver, there's going to be a lot of firsts that you're going to have to get acclimated to.
Right.
So we want to kind of discuss a few of them. And I guess we'll call the series of these videos First Things First.
Yes.
So one of the first topics, or one of the first things that we think you guys should consider is before you make that decision, I mean, even before, if you can, even before you go to truck driving school, is to make sure you sit down with your significant other, have a good talk with yourself when it comes to if you have children, you know, and consider the impact that it's going to have on those that you leave at home while you're over the road driving, okay? So what I'm getting at is, if you come out here and you haven't had that discussion with your wife, so to speak,
Husband, significant other.
whoever it might be, about what over-the-road trucking really, what it entails. There's flies.
Yeah.
Something flying. What over-the-road trucking really entails, it's probably going to be an issue if they find out once you're out here. Okay, it's really probably going to have some, what would you call it?
They're going to be taking on more responsibilities, that they weren't expecting to take if you don't have that conversation. So.
Yeah. I mean, even if you have the conversation, they're going to be taking on these responsibilities. But I guess making them aware of it. You don't want to blindside them.
Right.
Because if you think, I'll say this. When you get into this as an over-the-road driver, you're probably going to be out here 10 to 14 days at a time as an over-the-road driver, and even more, So understand that the impacts that it's going to have. Like I say, have that conversation with yourself. And what I mean by that is, if you got kids, for instance, if you're used to reading them a bedtime story, you're not going to be there to do that anymore. I guess with the technology that you have today, you can FaceTime.
Yeah.
You can use that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's not like being there.
Right.
If you're a young one, you got somebody that plays sports or things that's going on in school in their young ages.
Right.
You might miss some of those things, so you want to make them aware of that. Babe, I'll let you kind of speak on from the perspective of being that significant other. What was it like, and what are some of the things that you kind of had to take on once I came out here?
So basically, the roles that I had to step up is things around the home, mowing the lawn, shoveling the snow. Things kind of broke down. Unfortunately, I didn't have him, but luckily I did have my father that was around that was able to help me also do it. Just because he left, the grandkids still wanted to come over, so it's just now instead of us both of us, keeping up with it, now it's just me, keeping up with the kids. When stuff would happen, like I said, breaking down, you know, I couldn't have him come home right away to fix it. So it's just, you know, being proactive. When stuff was acting up, I was going to my dad ahead of time to make sure he fixed it. That way, when he finally came back home, he wasn't coming home to a big honey-do list of stuff to do, and then his whole time was, you know, basically gone trying to fix stuff around the house. So just, you know, I had to step in the role of picking up around the house and kind of thinking outside the box, basically.
That's right. I mean, who's ever at home, their role definitely changes. They take on a lot of the responsibilities that other person
Right.
used to do. You know, like I say, you know, if you got somebody that goes to football practice every night, you know, that person you got to figure that out. How are we going to make that happen
Right.
as a team? But with a part of that team being on the road, so definitely have that conversation,
Right.
because it's definitely going to have some impact of what was once the norm. So, like I say, we'll kind of keep this video short. We're going to break these down in a series of videos. And like I say, we call it First Things First.
And before we go, one more amendment. For that driver that is out and that person does have to take on that role, be patient with them, because they may ask you a lot of questions at first, and that's because they don't know. They're coming into a
Right.
new situation. So make sure you're patient with them. Make sure you're not just giving that answer as do whatever you want to, because what's going to happen, it feels like they're the only person on the team working. So
Yes.
be very understanding, give them
Yes.
grace, and just be willing to help them during that transition.
Have a game plan.
Yes.
Really have a game plan. So go ahead and do that thing, what they're supposed to do.
Make sure you guys like, comment, and share. And if you guys have not hit the notification button, please make sure you guys hit the bell on the bottom of the screen, so when we do come out with the video, you will be the first one to know.
And you know how we do it over here at Just Be Trucking. We stay ready, so you don't have to.
Get ready.
We out.